Troublemakers, I'm going to make Norwegian Julekake today. It's an old family recipe. Wife thinks that's funny, but it's true. It's an old Norwegian family recipe. So here we go. Norwegian Julekake. What you do is take 3 live cakes of Fleischmann's yeast. You break them up into little crumbs. You put 3 tablespoons of sugar and a 1/3 cup of warm milk, and you let it rise. And you add 3 tablespoons of sugar. Cover the yeast. And you add a 1/3 cup of lukewarm milk. I used goat milk just because I like goat milk, but you can use regular milk. So you pour that in. Okay. And then it's a good idea to put a little flour on top. Sprinkle flour on top. Okay, and you let it sit till it rises. While the yeast is rising, you're going to take a can of carnation evaporated milk, 2 cubes of butter, and you're going to pour that in. You're going to add 1 can of water, and you're going to melt that. Can of water, butter. You're going to melt that, stir it up and melt it while the yeast rises. And in the meantime, you have to grate the peel off 4 oranges. You're going to make sure the butter's melted. It's almost done. Make sure it's softened too. And as soon as it's melted, you're going to add 1.5 cups of sugar. As soon as that's melted, you add the sugar. Oops. I'm going to stir that up and melt it. And check on the yeast. And as soon as that's melted, you're going to add cardamom and orange peel. So you're going to grate the oranges. Doesn't work with one hand. Okay, so you got the butter in there. You have the sugar, 1.5 cups of sugar. Now I'm going to add the orange peel. I'm going to add the orange peel. There we go. And that gives it its special Julekake flavor, which is amazing. Okay, got all the orange rinds in there. Then you're going to mix that up. You're going to add cardamom. You guys, you can buy seeds. You can buy seeds, but I don't know any place that sells the seeds anymore. So I just got the ground cardamom. So you're going to add that, mix it up. As the recipe calls for 23 pods of cardamom ground, I just sprinkle it in until it smells right. Mix it up. So it does have an amazing aroma. More. Okay, that's the cardamom. The troublemaker stirring the Julekake. Not too much. There you go, a little more. Alright, now what are we ready for? We're gonna add the yeast in the tube deep. What do you say?
Really good.
Alright, I always let the mixture cool down a bit. I don't think it's good to put the yeast into a really hot liquid. I'm guessing it might kill it, so I always let it cool down a little bit. And then yeast looks like it's about ready, so we're going to add the yeast mixture. Get that in there. You can scrape that too, get everything in there. I'm going to mix it up. And as always, you guys, I'm always filming with one hand, working with the other. Santa is Santa hit Saudi Arabia.
Come to the house.
Pretty soon it's going to be in the home of Julekake, Norway. Wait, don't move. Norway, Julekake. Julekake, you guys, means Christmas cake. Okay, guys, now that's all melted, mixed. You're going to add it to a big pot. Okay. So you pour that into a pot mixing bowl. As much as you can. I'll scrape that. Don't want to waste anything. Alright, now to this mixture, you guys, you're going to add your flour. You're going to do 8.5 cups to 9 cups of flour. So let's add the flour. Let's do it. I forgot to add salt. You have to add 2 teaspoons of salt to the mixture when you're melting it, okay? So 2 teaspoons of salt. Don't forget, like I did. So I have a 2-cup thing. I'm going to do 4 of these to get the 8 cups and 1 cup. We're going to start with 8.5 and see how the mix is. So we're going to add the first cup, 2 cups of flour. Hold on. 2 cups of flour. He's in Saudi Arabia still. Okay. Let's mix it up. Start mixing the flour in. Troublemaker. Same place. Mix it all up. Let's add more. It's mixed in. It's getting thick. Guys, this is 8 cups. It's getting thick. I'm almost there. Hard to do with one hand. Okay, guys, it's pretty much mixed. I added 8. It's 8.5 cups. I don't want it too thick. Now you get to add your fruitcake mix or glacé fruit. They call it fruitcake mix. It's usually glacé fruit mix and raisins. I'm using the golden raisins. So you're going to mix that into the dough. Let's do it. I'm going to add the glacé fruit. You guys, I don't like too much of this stuff in here. I like the taste of the bread. I don't like too much, but I put a little bit in there. Some people would probably put the whole thing in there. Put maybe half at most. Okay, half a thing glacé fruit. Okay, now we add the raisins. Add some raisins.
They come in.
Should have added some dark raisins. I think I have some. Now that all the fruit's in there, you're going to mix it up. You're going to knead it. Troublemaker. You're going to knead it, and you're going to let it sit an hour. So let me finish kneading it, and then I'll show you what you do. So now it's kneaded for the most part. You're going to cover it with a wet kitchen towel. Kitchen towel. You're going to cover it. You always put it by the oven. Okay? Not where it's going to be warm. And you're going to preheat your oven to 350. Okay? I just keep it there because it's usually a little warm. Okay? So you're going to let that sit here for 1 hour. Timer. 1 hour. Okay, so you let it sit for 1 hour and you let it rise for 1 hour. It's been an hour. It's risen quite a bit. I think I might let it rise a few more minutes. The troublemaker lifting the towel up. Okay, pull straight up. There we go. All right. Okay, you guys, it's ready to knead again. So now it's been rising for a little over an hour. Going to knead it again, and then once you knead it, you put it in the pans into the oven, which is set at 350 Fahrenheit. All right, let's do it. Okay, so now we're going to knead it again. You guys, I'm going to pop it, and I'm going to actually take it out, and I'm going to knead it on the countertop. Okay, so I'm going to take it out. Okay, you guys, took it out. I've been kneading it. I'm going to knead it a little more, and then I'm going to cut it in half and put it in my 2 baking pans. All right. So just going to knead it one more time, with one hand, of course. You got to knead it, make sure there's no like seams. It's like one solid piece. Okay, I'll finish that. I've got my 2 loaves. I'm gonna grease the pans, and then they go into the oven. I got the loaves in the pans. They're going in the oven. Here we go. There's 1. There's 2. All right. Home bakers. Here we go. 2 loaves in the oven. Okay. You set it for, you're going to bake it for 50 to 60 minutes. Started at 50. And see how they look. It's 40 minutes start. So it's 40 to 50 minutes depending on how brown. I think we'll find out. About 5-6 minutes. Let's have a quick look. Ooh, it's rising. It's been about 22 minutes. Ooh, taking shape. Oh, and the smell is heavenly. Too bad the YouTube can't capture the smell. Maybe someday. Guys, it's been about 32 minutes. Ooh, look at that. And it does. It smells unbelievable. Troublemaker. Waiting for Santa. 32 minutes, guys. Another 10-20 minutes max. Alright, you guys. We're at 40-minute mark. Looking good, but still not there. think we need 10 more minutes at least. So 50 minutes. Let's do it. We're at 50 minutes now. Troublemaker eating the picky pot. Alright, 50 minutes. You can see I didn't roll it off enough on that, but it doesn't matter. This one's got a nice crust. That's 50 minutes. I'm guessing about maybe 5 more minutes. Alright, time to bring them out. There we go. Julekake is done. And we gotta let it cool for a minute and take them out of the pans. Guys, the loaves are out. They're just troublemaker. They're cooling off right now. You definitely don't want to cut these hot because the bread has to... Okay guys, they're all done. Took them out of the pans. They're still warm. They're still probably curing inside. You definitely don't want to cut them hot, so you let them cool off like at least 2 hours, okay? And as soon as they're cool down, then I'll cut one. And they're really good either plain or toasted with butter.
Santa coming.
It's Norwegian Julekake.
Santa coming soon.
Santa's coming soon.
Where's he now, Dad?
That's it, guys. Julekake in the tube deep. Guys, I cut the Julekake. Eat it regular or toasted. Toasted with butter is just amazing.
Where's Santa?
So much flavor.
What's Santa doing?
That's it, guys. Julekake. Norwegian Christmas bread. Troublemaker. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. In the tube deep. Norwegian Christmas bread. Julekake.